Hello everyone, JDev, creator of the JDev Entertainment Network, has returned once again to you precisely what you want, which of course would be more of me because I'm in such high demand, and quite frankly, I'm all that you're going to need. Giving you guys and gals another early Walking Dead Season 10 episode recap video. Before I do that, though, it's very important if you're not caught up with where I am recapping The Walking Dead, so please make sure you pay attention to that episode title. If that's the case, it's strongly recommended that you don't watch this video to avoid any forthcoming spoilers. And for the rest of you, there's some things I need you to do. It's very simple. Like, share, comment with your thoughts and your overall score, and fucking subscribe to this channel. Why? Well, because you need to. You're watching the video, you might as well subscribe. It would be appreciated, and it really does help the channel out. So, The Walking Dead Season 10 early recap video. The episode title, or episode 13, is called What We Become. And this was a very interesting episode. We start off with a very, very long ago archive footage of Andrea from Season 2, Episode 13, Beside the Darting Fire, the Season 2 finale, by the tree with the walkers coming up, and Michonne, like, in a distance, like, walking away. And then, that was interesting. And we saw more of Andrea in the episode, but I think it was all archive footage, I believe. But the episode, you have Michonne and Virgil arriving at the military base of the island, or whatever you want to call it. And we know Virgil's lying. He doesn't have any family. Well, he did, but they're dead now. And he wants to put flowers on their graves. And Virgil kind of reminds me of a less smoother Strand / crazy Morgan kind of combined into one. That's what I take into that. But eventually, Michonne knows more. He's full of shit. And at some point, he talks her into staying the night. And they'll get the stuff early in the next morning, and he'll help her out. And she tries to radio Judith on the walkie, but Judith doesn't respond, so she must be out of range. And we have Michonne is, she was sleeping, but then she gets up and kind of inspects the place. And at one point, Virgil actually locks her in a room. And he gives her some food, and she starts hallucinating or gets drugged. I don't know exactly what happened. I watched the episode one time, so it was kind of hard to tell what happened, but she starts hallucinating that she was actually a savior. So we have a scene with her, Negan, Laura, and DJ, and two other, red coat background character saviors that see her on the side of the road and have her join the group. And then there's just scenes building. Like, we have a really cool archive footage with new footage of Michonne as a savior in the episode, Season 6, Episode 12, Not Tomorrow Yet, where all the members of the group go to the outpost area and start killing all the people there because they thought that's where Negan was. And we even see Glenn and Heath in that, but we also see, of course, Rick, Abraham, Sasha, all those characters. And then, we see Michonne there pissed off. It's kind of from a random savior's point of view, Rick's team is the bad guys, because some of those people are just innocent and they're just following Negan's orders but not really doing anything wrong, and Rick's group just slaughtered all of them. So that was pretty interesting. And then we see another scene with Michonne at the lineup, the end of Season 6 into Season 7 lineup with all the group members kneeling down, and Negan says, you know what, I would love to do this, but I'm going to let my right hand person Michonne take care of you guys. And it's Michonne is the one that kills one of the group. Well, maybe one, at least one. And she kills herself. So that was pretty crazy. So the scene in the trailer with her and Lucille is actually a dream sequence or hallucination, which a lot of you figured out. So that was pretty cool to see it from that point of view. And then we see a scene in in the forest with Daryl shooting Michonne with an arrow. And then Rick shooting Michonne in the head and killing her because she's a savior. So all that stuff was pretty crazy. But eventually she wakes up. Virgil, comes in there, and then she stabs Virgil with like a fork or spoon, something like that. I don't know. Again, saw it one time and I missed some things. And eyes are watering a little bit here. What else do we got? I know there's other things to talk about. There's a scene where Virgil leads Michonne to look for weapons or something like that, and she's in a room, and she gets something, or he gets something, but then Michonne stops and is like dead set on something, and she's looking at a pair of boots, and she really likes those boots. And then we find out that somehow, some way, those are Rick Grimes' boots. And then she's like, "Where did you get these boots? Take me to them, or take me where you found them." So he leads her on like a ship sort of thing. And in that ship, we find an iPhone that has something, a picture of Michonne and little Judith scratched into it. Like somebody took the time to scratch their photo on there. Not a photo on the phone, but like if you scratch with a knife or something and made a photo of them as like the screensaver sort of thing. So that makes Michonne like freak out. And then also in this episode, we learn that Virgil has another group of people in a room trapped. They were his friends at one point, and then he kind of went nuts. Like I said, he kind of reminds me of like a Strand, less smooth Strand, and a crazy Kill Mode Morgan sort of character. And then a little bumbling Father Gabriel. Oh, it's like all those characters into one, it seems like that. But anyway, so Michonne has this phone. She has these cowboy boots that are Rick Grimes's. And then she's talking to Judith on the walkie. And Judith says, "It's okay, Mom. We got Alpha now. We're good." And then she's like, "Oh, I found something else. I came here for something else, but I found something. It could mean a lot. It could mean nothing at all." And she says, "I found something about the Brave Man." And the Brave Man is their code word for Rick Grimes. I guess they have like their own codes. She talks to RJ too during this conversation, and Judith's like, "Go get him, find him. We don't need you. Daryl will take care of everything. Alpha's dead. They can't hurt us anymore," which that's not true. And so that was pretty cool. All that conversation. It's very emotional. It's her last time talking to Judith, possibly. So Michonne talks to the people that Virgil had held captive and gets them to agree to like be friends with Virgil, something like that. And she leaves to go off looking for Rick. She does her thing where she cuts the arms off and the jaws off of walkers and has them walk with her. But then she sees this couple, or I don't know who they are, but they needed help because somebody was hurt. And they needed to get to this like group, this large group of people. And Michonne decides to help them based on what she got help. She sees in her head the scene where she's standing at the gates of the prison, and Rick is like looking at her and just crazy stuff like that. So she kills the walkers that she had as her pets and helps these two characters that we'll probably find more about in the Rick Grimes movie. Hopefully the first one, if they ever get around to making it. So that's really the end of the episode. I mean, I might have left out a few things just because I didn't take any notes, and I watched it once. The beginning was a little boring, so I was less interested, but it ended pretty good. There's a lot of crazy scenes in it. We had new footage of Siddiq and actually new footage of DJ and Laura with the scene with her drawing the saber. So I'm going to give it Michonne's. We don't know if this is Michonne's last episode. They never advertise it. They just said she's leaving The Walking Dead. She could come back a couple of years from now. So I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10. I felt there was a few things missing. It was really hard to follow at some points. Well, kind of. I don't know. So make sure you leave your comments, like the video, share the video. You better make sure you subscribe to this channel. And, of course, JDev will be back again soon with another. Peace.